Okay guys, so we're back on 2JZ stuff. Like I mentioned in the last video, we're gonna continue on with doing some DIY stuff with the 2J. So in this video, what I wanna show you guys is how you can do at home if you have some tools, TIG welder. You might even be able to do it with a MIG welder, but TIG welder is gonna be best. So you gotta get those balls out before you take your block to the machine shop so that they can clean those oil galleys really good, okay? These oil galleys go from the front of the block to the back of the block, and the only way to clean it is to pull the balls out, okay? So as you saw in the video I just showed you there, you TIG weld or you weld. Well, first off, what you wanna do is get yourself a little angle grinder. And what I do is I grind a flat spot. Don't worry about the block. The block is gonna be totally fine. Just grind it down until you get a nice flat spot to weld to. And then get yourself a stainless bolt. Go to the hardware store, and I don't know what size this is, maybe 1/4 inch, whatever. Get yourself, it's gotta be stainless because these balls are stainless. And basically you're just gonna weld it onto there. You don't have to use any filler metal or anything like that. You just stick it on there and weld it until it melts into the ball, okay? I don't know if, I didn't show it, but actually the first one I did, I didn't weld it good enough and the bolt broke off. So I re-welded it, took a little more, put a little more heat into it, and that did the trick. So, okay, that's step one. You wanna get that ball out of there. You take it to the machine shop. They're gonna clean those oil galleys really good. And this way you don't have to go on Facebook afterwards and say how your machinist ruined your cylinder head because there's dirt going through it and you're not getting any oil pressure. So this will eliminate a lot of hassle and problems in the future, okay? Because dirt in these galleys here, if you can't get it out and they've machined your block and a chip gets down in here, okay? And that goes through your oil hole, which is right here, okay? And then goes up into your cylinder head. We went over this a couple of videos ago where, you can starve your cylinder head of oil and then ruin your cams and you think it was the machine shop, but in actuality, it's just debris or something trash that got into your oil system and blocked oil flow, okay? So this is a pretty important step. This block here is like my junk block that I'm just playing around with to show you guys, okay? This is the block that's cracked. It's got a crack here and here from when I did that big wheelie. So yeah, anyway, what you're gonna wanna do once you get it out, you're gonna need a 3/8 NPT tap, okay? This is a 3/8 18 NPT tap. So you can probably get this on Amazon, probably not too expensive. You don't need to get a really good one. You're not gonna use this a lot. So 3/8 NPT, okay? With this tap, you don't need to drill out anything on the block. It's already the right size. It's actually a little bit oversized, which in my opinion is a little better because that kind of prevents you from cracking the block. Okay, so I know that a 3/8 NPT tap uses like a 570 thousandths drill bit and the hole is already 600 thou. Okay, so it's a little over, but it does work, okay? So what you're gonna wanna do, clean up your tap, make sure it's clean or whatever, and you're gonna get it started. Now, it'll start, like the hole's already straight, so you don't have to worry about, getting it really straight. I mean, you want to try and get it as straight as possible, but the tap will kind of find its way, okay? So, and then what you're gonna wanna do is also go on Amazon and get 3/8 NPT pipe plugs. Okay, I happen to have this one, but you can go on there and get like, this is a steel one, but you can get like aluminum, you can get them blue anodized, red anodized, whatever, to kind of dress up your block, make it look cool. I know like Mazworks does, but they charge you to do that. This is not gonna cost you a lot of money, a tap and some pipe plugs. And if you have the tools to do this, okay? So we're gonna grab, if you have a handle for this, I don't have a handle big enough, so I just use a crescent wrench to get it started. You're gonna wanna use some oil on there. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera over here and kind of show you guys how to get this tap started, okay? Get it in your wrench and get some, any kind of cutting oil, or this is motor oil in here. Just make sure you lubricate your tap. This way it goes in easier and is not going to hang up and run the risk of like cracking anything. That's the last thing you want to do, but just take your time. Try to get it as straight as possible, put pressure on it, and it's going to start grabbing, okay? And like I said, it kind of finds itself. It aligns itself because the hole is already there. The hole's already straight. You know, we didn't drill anything, so you're just going to go, and you can feel it. You can really feel it start to bite in, okay? Once you start feeling a little bit of resistance, like I feel a little bit of resistance right there, what you're then going to want to do is transition into going back and forth, in and then back, okay? Quarter turn, and then back. What you're doing is when you back it up like that, you're kind of clearing the threads, okay? So that gives it more of a cleaner path for cutting. You're just going to keep going. If you tried to just start going down with the tap and not back it up like that, you really do run the risk of cracking your block. Okay, you don't want to do that. You can always add a little more oil, never hurts, right? I'm almost out here. There we go. And you can really hear it cutting the threads. And iron actually taps really nicely. It's fairly easy to tap, cast iron. I like to keep pressure on it just so I know I'm going down and you're not stripping anything. Remember, quarter turn, then you back it up a quarter turn. Back it up. Now you're going to keep going and you're going to start to feel some serious resistance, okay? It's going to really try to stop going down. And once you feel that, what I'm going to do, take it back out. Okay. I don't have my air gun on me, but I would normally blow that out. So get your pipe plug and we're going to check it. Okay. We're going to check to see how deep this goes. So you see how it sticks up still. So we have a little ways to go, maybe 3 more rotations, and that'll get that plug to sit flush. Okay, let's try that. So we're pretty much you can see we're almost all the way down to the bottom of that lip there, right? So that should be good enough. And actually, if this sticks out a little bit, it's not a big deal. There's nothing here to interfere, and there's nothing in the front to interfere either. So, and I believe if you look at like the Mazworks blocks, their plugs actually stick out as well. So you don't have to necessarily be, you know, totally flush with the block. That's it. I mean, it's almost flush, right? So obviously I would take this back out and then I would put some thread sealer on it. High pressure sealant. I think the Loctite makes that. And this way you can always take them back out and you can clean the oil passages again if you're ever rebuilding your block. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I've done this block over here as well. I started doing this one and so I got this one done right here, right? So I started doing it and then I said, you know what? This might be something that could help people or someone might be interested in learning how to do this. It's not that hard. You know, you need like I said, 3/8 tap, grab them, go on Amazon and pick out your favorite 3/8 MPT pipe plugs. Whatever you want, red anodized, steel, whatever. Some of them even come already with the sealant on it, right? Maybe I'll put a picture here or something, I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. This is all I wanted to show so that, you know, you guys can get your block really clean. You can do this at home, as long as you obviously have some tools. You can try the MIG welder. I tried it, but I do prefer the TIG, because I can concentrate the heat much better. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm putting this block together here. This is a block I've had that this one is in really good shape, okay? And this is the one I wanna put the billet main caps on. So I have a set of Real Street billet main caps here. And we're gonna put those billet main caps, and I also have main studs, and I also have a set of head studs that's going to go back in this block. Okay, so I'm looking for pistons for that one. The dart build that we're doing, the pistons should be here in a week and a half, so you guys are going to enjoy that. These are some pretty stout pistons, pretty much top of the line what you can get. So anyway, we'll come back, and once I get that, we'll take that to the machine shop, take the dart block to the machine shop, and get that one going too. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something. And yeah, give it a try. If you have a junk block, like I have a couple junk blocks, you know, you can try it out and just see if it works for you before you do it on your block that, you know, you don't want to break or anything like that. But as you can see, it's not going to crack anything. It works. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it. Check y'all later.